Despite his prodigious volume of work and occasional success, Granados was not able to achieve sustained public recognition. Unlike his dear friend Pau Casals, who became one of the world's best acclaimed musicians, and unlike Enrique Morera, who oriented his composition toward the aspirations of Catalunya to break free of Madrid. Instead of joining Morera and others in the exclusive circle of Catalan nationalist artists, he followed his curiosity to Madrid and the art of the immortal Francisco Goya, and the world of the Majas, of course, found him no favor in Barcelona. As expressed by Catalan Yedeta writer and essayist Joseph Vallverdu in his prologue to my book, The Fallen Nightingale, Granados strove continuously, with mixed results, to convince impresarios, music editors, promoters, and patrons, but he never learned how to open the doors of the Palau de la Música, El Liceo, and the great concert halls of Europe. Finally, his opera Goyescas was accepted by the Opéra de Paris, but just before it could be premiered, Europe broke out in the Great War. Granados was fearful of ocean travel and never learned to swim, so when his opera was accepted by the Metropolitan in New York, according to Vallverdu, at last in 1916 he agreed to go there, after no more venues remained in war-torn Europe. The opera, first and to the date only in the Spanish language to be presented at the Metropolitan, was immediately forgotten and has been staged only once in the USA by a small mining town opera house in Central City, Colorado, in 2003. His struggle for success was also limited by obligations to his large family and by his vulnerability to relationships with women who were charmed by his extraordinary good looks and romantic spirit. His tragic death during the return from New York put a sudden end to Granados' work as a composer, just when he believed he was on the brink of unparalleled success. And the aftermath of his death and that of his wife, who died with him in the Canal de la Málaga, served to complicate inheritance questions and access to new markets. In fact, it was nearly a century before one of his most promising works, Canta las Estrellas, would be published and performed. In what could have been his most productive years, Spain was racked by the dictatorship of Primo de Rivera, the Spanish Civil War, and its aftermath, the 36-year regime of Francisco Franco. So for much of the century following his death, the knowledge of and acceptance of the art of Enrique Granados has found a legacy of disdain and faint praise that he struggled to overcome during his all too brief lifetime. Thank you.